Welcome. My name is Jennifer, and I'm one of the math specialists at the UC Davis Academic Assistance and Tutoring Centers. Emily is the other specialist who will be working with you this summer, and we're both excited to have you join us. One of the components of this online summer Jumpstart program consists of using Aleks PPL, which is a program that assesses your previous experience with certain math topics and adapts the software to present lessons and new questions on material that you're still working on mastering. You were emailed instructions for setting up your Aleks account, and logging into the site we'll be using during the online summer Jumpstart. And just so you know, Emily and I did not actually create the Aleks program. We're just using it as one tool to help you keep track of what you've learned and what you still want to work on to be as prepared as possible for your first math class at UC Davis when the school year officially begins. What Emily and I have been creating are a series of video lessons that teach the topics the Aleks program is assessing. Those videos will be posted in Canvas, and then Emily and I will hold online office hours to help you through any questions you may have as you're learning the material. But first, the Aleks program will find out what you already know and create a platform that will help keep track of the topics you mastered during the summer. So after you log into Aleks for the first time, you'll go through a one-time introduction process consisting of an animated explanation of what Aleks PPL is. And so it's going to look something like this. This main screen pops up, and then there's this brief little explanation of what the program is all about. As soon as you've gone through that, the next step is to take a survey. The survey is going to ask questions about you and about the last math class you took before coming to UC Davis. This might have been last year, or maybe it was a few years ago. If you don't see the exact name of the class you took, try to select the closest one. We don't want you to stress about your answers to the survey. It'll also ask you what math class you signed up to take at UC Davis. And don't worry if you haven't signed up for a class yet, or if you're not sure if you picked the correct class. At the end of this summer program, Emily and I will have individual online meetings with you to talk about your next steps and what we recommend that you take here at UC Davis. When you finish the survey, the next step is the Aleks Tools tutorial. And so let me show you what that's going to look like. On the page that pops up this screen, it'll say Introduction to Aleks Tools, and you'll hit Get Started. What this tutorial will show you is how to enter your answers to different types of math questions, including how to input exponents and fractions, and also how to do graphs in Aleks. So some of the assessment questions are going to ask you to actually graph things, and so this is going to give you kind of an overview of what that looks like. Just so you know, entering the graphs can be a little bit tricky, and so it's not going to necessarily be super easy for you to do it the first time, and that's okay. Most people struggle with entering the graphs, and you will have time to practice this, and there's little question marks embedded in the pages to help you out if you get stuck on how to do one of the graphs. Once you've gone through this tutorial, it's going to say, congratulations, now your placement assessment will be unlocked. And so that placement assessment is going to be on a page that looks like this. It's going to pop up and say, let's see what you know and what class you can place into. Get started. Don't stress about the placement. It's designed to determine what topics you already understand and what topics you need instruction or review in so that you can master the content. You'll definitely want to have paper and pencil ready to go when you're taking the placement assessment to work out the math. There are 2 tracks for the online summer Jumpstart that students will be placed into based on the Aleks placement assessment results. You're either going to be placed into prep for pre-calculus or prep for calculus, but neither of them affect what class you can take in the fall. The UC Davis math placement exam is not through Aleks, and it is the only assessment that matters for course placement fall quarter. So many of you have already taken the UC Davis math placement exam. That is the exam that tells you what class you are qualified to take at Davis, and by the end of the summer that may have changed after you've taken this Jumpstart. This Aleks placement assessment is just a starting place for our online summer program, and you will have access to the video lessons that Emily and I have created for you for both tracks from the same Canvas website, regardless of how you do on the Aleks placement assessment. So do the best that you can without accessing any outside help. So don't get on Google if you forget a formula or something like that. What you want to do is just kind of do an honest assessment of your skills at this point to get an accurate idea of what you want to focus on during the summer Jumpstart. There is no way to fail the Aleks assessment, so just relax and do the best that you can. When you complete the Aleks placement assessment, you'll be shown your results, and then it will be giving you a recommendation to either start in the Prep for Pre-Calculus course or the Prep for Calculus course. Again, don't worry about the track that you're placed into. You'll have access to all of the learning topics regardless. So if you place into the Prep for Pre-Calculus class, you'll still be able to see all the videos that the Prep for Calculus students can see. In fact, you'll all have access to all the videos that Emily and I made for you in the exact same place on Canvas, so it's really easy to find it all.